My name is William Bodiford. I am a student in Dendrology, Fall 2013 at the University of Florida in Milton. Today we are going to talk about the Southern Red Oak, Quercus Falcata. Southern Red Oak is one of the more common upland southern oaks. This medium-sized tree is moderately fast-growing on dry, sandy, or clay lawns in mixed forest. It is also often found growing as a street or lawn tree. At maturity, Southern Red Oak is a medium-sized tree, usually from 70 to 80 feet in height. In forest stands, it develops a long, straight trunk and upward-reaching limbs that form a high, rounded crown. Southern Red Oak grows where the climate is humid and temperate, characterized by hot summers, mild and short winters, and no distinct dry seasons. Southern Red Oak extends from New York to northern Florida, west across the Gulf states to Texas. In the South Atlantic states, its primary habitat is the Piedmont. It is less frequent in the coastal plain and is rare in the bottomlands of the Mississippi Delta. Notice the difference in the distribution by county in Florida and Alabama. Southern Red Oak is characteristically an upland tree. Growing on dry, sandy clay soils, occasionally it grows along streams in fertile bottoms. It usually grows on dry ridge tops and upper slopes facing south and west, rather than on moist lower slopes and bottomlands, or north and east aspects. Southern Red Oak is susceptible to injury by fire because of its thin bark. Appearance: leaf, alternate, simple, ovate to obovate, narrow and rounded at the bottom, into 3, 5, or 7 bristle, pointed lobes. Multiple forms of leaves on the same tree. Twig, reddish-brown in color, may be gray pubescent or glabrous. Multiple terminal buds are dark reddish-brown, pubescent, pointed and only 1/8 to 1/4 inch long. Lateral buds are similar but shorter. Bark, dark in color, thick with broad scaly ridges separated by deep, narrow furrows. Reproduction, flowers and fruit. Southern Red Oak is monoecious. Unisexual flowers of both sexes are borne on the same tree. Male flowers are yellow-green, tinged with red, and appear on long catkins. Female flowers are reddish and borne on short spikes. Fruit. Acorns are 1/2 inch long, orange-brown, and pubescent. The cap covers less than 1/3 of the nut and is quite thin and flattened. Capped scales are orange-brown. The Southern Red Oak is distinguished from other oaks by having differently shaped leaves on the same tree and on the same branch. 2 forms are common: 3 lobes with shallow sinuses, common on younger trees, or 5 to 7 lobes with deeper sinuses. It has a drooping habit with a rusty covering on the lower surface of the leaves. The bell-shaped leaf of the Southern Red Oak distinguishes it from the V-base shape of a turkey oak leaf. The bark is distinguished from the other oaks by reddish-colored fissures bordered by broad ridges covered with thin, closely oppressed scales. Twigs, stout, at first coated with orange-colored tomentum, dark red or reddish-brown by autumn, later red-brown or ashy gray. Southern Red Oak provide food source, cover, and nesting sites for birds and mammals. Acorns of the red oak group are an especially important food source in the winter because those of the white oak group germinate soon after falling and are therefore unavailable.